All right, guys. Welcome, everyone, to our Two Posh podcast with Ashley today. Welcome, Marcella.
Another drink of water.
Seriously,
Catching you
hi.
in the middle every time you drink.
With Lee. Hi. And Spider.
Hello.
And Ashley Schmid, thank you for taking the time to spend with us today. We planned this like quite a while ago.
It's been on my calendar for a while.
Well, Ashley came over our house one time, like a few months ago, and it was so fun. She's like, hey, I need my family. Can I come over? And I'm like, always, please come over. Well, it happened to be a photo shoot day Marcella had.
I have the pictures to prove
Oh my
video.
God, gotta send it to me. That's so
I will.
funny.
And
You guys always get me half naked whenever I'm around y'all. Put this bathing suit on. What?
Can you
Sounds
be
about
surprised? I mean,
and it was so funny because Marcella is outside doing a bikini photo shoot on this big like duck blow up duck, float. And Ashley is like, the photographer goes, "You come in the shoot," and she's like, "Really?" And I go, "Yeah, come on, let's put a swimsuit on." And she did, and then Ashley jumped on top of the duck.
Yeah.
well, no.
Well, because
here's
beforehand I was in
she
clothes.
was in her clothes.
Oh, that's
Not
right.
one moment did she waste, and she jumps right on, and we like perfectly, like no one
floated,
fell
everything
in,
was good.
and then we were like, put a suit on and let's try that again.
Photo
because
shoot.
Nobody got it on camera. The second time, however, we try it and we're in the water. Totally did not do it the same. And
No.
I had to do the wet hair picture after that.
It never-
Well, and my hair is so short, I look just like a wet dog. So I was like, I'm out.
What were you going to ask, Spider?
I don't remember.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was fun.
That was
but hand in hand goes something that I want to talk about that I remember the most, and we have actually used you as an example before on other podcasts with that previous photo shoots that we had, and when we asked you to be a model because you were beautiful just like a model, you were like, I could never do that. I can't. Yes, you can. Yes, you
you're
can.
like, more
What kind
lipstick.
of,
I'm like, more
what kind of-
lipstick? What?
And then we never forget it. Like Marcella always talks about it too, that you were the one that was like, thank you so much. You made me feel beautiful again. I
Yes.
forgot what
Yeah.
that felt like.
Well, and I think that was a big time for me. I needed that so much. And so whenever I sent you that, it was because, after having a baby, I think with any woman, no matter what, whether you're being fat shamed or skinny shamed, it doesn't matter. Like I needed that because that was the first time since before having Storm, but I felt confident. I was like, okay, I mean, more lipstick, fine.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever she says.
And then you did show with us
Yes.
too. You did
So nervous. Oh my gosh. I was so nervous
Which
that
one
night.
was it? Plush? Did you do? No, which one?
Yes.
Yes, it
Plush.
was.
Yeah.
And the photo shoot at Scott's house.
Yes.
Right. That's
And-
the one I was.
Yeah, but just beautiful pictures. And sometimes you need like that little like push
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
from other women to make you feel confident.
Yeah, it definitely, I was definitely nervous at that. You want me to walk down a runway in high heels? Oh, okay. This will be fun.
Well, you walked into Prestige.
Yeah.
high heels. I think I had rhinestone high heels. I was like, I looked at y'all's website and I was like, oh, they got pink and rhinestones. This is going to be perfect. This is going to be perfect.
Perfect heels.
It was pretty perfect though.
I love that. Well, I think you told me about her too. You're like, I just interviewed this girl. She's fiery red hair and she had these heels on and she fits in perfect. I think I remember that conversation.
Cute personality. It was so awesome. And then we went to Nationals in Galveston, of all places, at that time.
That was fun.
And
That was fun.
Love
That was a
Galveston.
lot of fun.
I know,
You
me
can
too.
have fun in Galveston. People
Yeah.
knock
Yeah.
it, but
You just can't go there for the beach, but
No.
you can have
Yeah,
fun.
it's
But
pretty ghetto.
yeah. But I was like, come on, Ashley, come on, stay with us. And then you drove all that way, and then
Yeah,
you
it
left
was
us the
fun.
very next day already.
No, I think I stayed a couple of
A
days.
couple days,
I think
yeah.
once a couple of the employees were getting upset, I left. Then it was time for me to go.
Yeah, that was an interesting one too.
wait, I don't remember this. What are we talking about?
Yeah, they thought I
for
was
my
hired to do their job, which little did they know I couldn't tap or do anything that they could do. So yeah. And so they were, and then one of them reached out to my boss at the other studio I was teaching and said I got a job at Prestige, and she knew she knew that you guys wouldn't be okay with it, and so if she's looking for a new teacher, here's her information. And so that didn't go over very well and so I was like, who emailed you? And of course my boss at that time told me, and I was like, I don't even know who she is. So
That's right.
it was pretty funny.
Just more dance drama.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't want to talk
Cutthroat.
about dance drama on this one. I just
Perfect.
wanted to actually talk about the real definition of cheating revealed. I thought that would be a
wow.
good one. And we can read up on it and we can talk about
Discuss
some of
it.
this. Yeah. So the real definition of cheating is revealed. Men and women list the actions they consider to be adulterous, and you might be surprised. Being unfaithful to a partner is no longer a case of simply sleeping with another. Technology has paved the way for people to connect with others with more ease. A survey by those who have been unfaithful reveals what else counts as cheating. Behaviors include forming an emotional bond with another and erotic texting, which...
Sexting.
I mean, that of
I
course.
guess.
I mean, I don't even think, in my eyes, you don't have to have sex to be cheating. Like
No.
when you are close with someone, like that emotional thing, that's already cheating.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
Well, if you say anything to one person, if you're saying something to somebody that is not your significant other that you can't say to your significant other, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Well, and
you-
I'm always like, if I read that as like coming from like a reverse, would I be pissed?
How would you feel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
would you
yes.
say this to this other person when I am standing there?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good
Yeah,
way to put
that's
it.
true.
Yourself that
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
There's a new survey by the amazing dating service Ashley Madison.
Oh boy.
Aren't they the reasons for cheating?
I have
Yeah,
no idea.
That's why
exactly
this
what it
is so
Oh,
funny.
okay, got it.
It has found that adulterous behaviors are no longer limited to just being physical with another person. In fact, more than half of Australian men and women questioned admitted that of all the cheating actions, forming an emotional bond ranked as the highest form of infidelity. Over 40% of respondents said sending naked photos to someone other than their partner ranked as a significant form of cheating. Well,
Duh.
Yeah, I mean,
What about the random dick pic on Snapchat?
What is that?
a dick pic?
No, I know what it is. I was just so
Oh, the
shocked to be
why.
receiving them. I'm like,
I'm
is
sure we
this a
can find
thing?
one.
Yeah, I was like, is this a thing? And it's a thing. Like it's
It is.
It is a thing.
And the
it's
more
a
I've
nasty.
the more I've talked to people about it, it's guys that send to 1,000 different people hoping one that
Oh,
Do you think
God.
there's one? Like, if anybody is
there's
listening,
got to be like why would
what do you
I mean,
say
if it
to
didn't
that?
work at some point?
I just
Hey,
come
good
over.
Give up
looking.
on
Like,
it.
what do you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like the ones where you get it and you're so shocked that like you don't know what to do at first because it's her like graphic, and then they immediately, since they saw you open it, they're like, "You like?" I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
no, I'm trying to figure out how to block you.
I'm confused at your mental state. Why you sent
I'm at the
it.
grocery store and someone is looking over my shoulder. You want to ask her if she likes it?
Like, oh, ma'am, the bananas are over
Yeah.
there. Like,
My
aisle
favorite-
one, aisle one.
My favorite thing I've heard is someone was saving the dick pics, and then anytime they got one, they'd send one
Nicole
back to the person.
said that.
Was it Nicole?
I say
awesome.
my gay friends with Spotlight. I save because they always like to. So randomly, I'll just send him my gay boyfriend. I'll send him a random dick pic, and it's just the funniest thing ever because he's gay and he likes it, and I don't like to see that.
no, I don't understand.
Dicks are ugly, people.
Like,
I see one every day, I swear. They're gross.
we believe you, Spider.
oh, I just got.
Prove it. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, wait, what?
So, but does that count if you're just random? Is that cheating?
Well, I mean,
If you
if
send
the
it to
person,
1,000,
you're
if
asking
the
for it.
person sending the dick pic, sorry,
Get excited.
Getting nervous
is in a relationship, yes, cheating.
Just had to clarify.
for them.
Yeah.
in
sharing
a
their
relationship,
member.
why would you send your dick to 100
Exactly.
people?
Because
I
you're a
wouldn't send my
cheater.
vagina to 100 people.
I wouldn't send it to anybody.
Exactly. It's
I don't even want to see it.
I know.
That would be a very random text. to get.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, what is this? Whoa.
Why does dick pic get such a special title?
Yeah,
Why don't
there's
we
no
have a
pussy
title?
pics.
No.
Tit pics. though.
Moist pics.
Oh, I hate that word.
Moist.
Ew. I can't even take it off. 'Cause I went to plug my ears and it made it louder.
I actually have a question. Do men receive like random angry pussy pictures?
Angry.
Angry.
Yeah.
Why do that have to be?
I'll show
What
you.
are you saying?
Angry vagina.
I'll show you my
Nemo's
email
help?
later.
Because I can't imagine a sane woman doing that.
It
So-
happens.
But I told you about one of my friends getting them.
pussy pictures?
Oh.
I told you this in the last what
Yeah.
episode?
It was like a couple ago.
Yeah.
Blacked out?
I guess I told you about the women in the after tennis, like
in the locker room.
in the locker room.
Yeah.
Sending their vagina?
Where were
Yeah.
you?
You were
Yeah,
here.
but do you like that's to one person? I'm
Right.
saying like
Mass text.
the mass like
Oh,
snap.
I don't
like
know about
you
that.
like.
What if someone said no? Gross.
That would be me saying that. I'm like,
I'm just
Are you
curious.
hard or are you just there?
Need some work done.
Yeah. Ew. Ugh.
Anyway, that's cheating.
I don't care if you send it to 1,000 of one. I find a vagina picture in the tennis locker room,
especially angry ones.
Angry ones.
Has anybody gotten an angry dick
I-
pic?
Oh, yeah.
I drew a face on mine that looked real mad. I did get one pussy picture.
Did?
It was angry?
No, it was fantastic.
Oh.
She made it look like a hamburger.
Wait, what?
She was-
Why is that
I-
fantastic?
It was awesome.
You can just
man.
go to In-N-Out. You don't even have.
I liked
Oh my
I
gosh.
liked the creativity.
The fact that
Are you dating
the
this person?
fact that a
No,
pussy
not
can
at
look
all.
like a hamburger, that's just disgusting.
Well, yeah. Now that I think about it, it was kind of weird, but I was entertained
Ooh, I
by
just
it.
want to eat that hamburger. That's so gross.
Okay, next question.
He's getting nervous.
Did she ask for your mayonnaise?
This is what I'm talking about.
I think we need an early break.
How many more minutes?
That's really clever. Oh my god, I'm like crying. Ew! Oh my
I
god.
just want to crawl in my shirt.
There's not enough room in there. Oh my god. Woo! Good start. Good start to the show. Continue. That's cheating.
That's cheating.
No one's gonna ever look at a hamburger again. The
Ever.
same.
I'm done. Done.
I hope I still have it. I'll show you.
Oh
It's so good though.
no! Oh,
Where do we even start up again?
I don't even know.
My throat.
Oh, no.
From like laughing.
Why?
Because I'm silent laughing and it like
Silent laughing.
because I can't do my laugh here. I sound like Elaine from Seinfeld. It's bad.
Oh. Okay. My cheeks hurt.
I know.
Okay. Next one. Next question.
Cheeks is better than your throat.
Well,
Those are two.
Oh my god. Okay. The same number also said maintaining a profile on a dating app once you're in a committed relationship is questionable behavior.
Yeah.
mean-
It seems like you're still looking.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely cheating. Spending time with the ex-partner. Definitely cheating.
How's that definitely
Oh,
cheating?
I would
I
say
mean,
that
that's
depends
like
on
if-
if you have kids or not.
But
Right.
spending
Oh.
time with them, like going to dinner or
Like one-on-one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that-
like
different.
intimate. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, a lot of my exes show up to our Sunday fun days, so.
Well, that's different.
Well, I had to clarify.
Probably
Except
looking for
for
a
one.
friend.
Yeah.
You hook them in and they never want to leave.
Except for the gay one.
Except for the gay one. Then you turn gay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I did it. I don't know.
You did.
I hope so.
Hopefully your pussy doesn't look like a hamburger.
It doesn't. Last time I checked.
That's another issue.
That's another issue.
Was he vegan?
No.
No.
Gross. Okay.
What's another issue?
I don't know. Has teeth?
Oh.
Oh yeah,
She broke him.
I can't talk about this one.
I know.
I can't.
He did not
Wait.
bite you. He bit you.
No.
Wait,
You have to cut it out.
was that the broken dick story?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Did we
shit.
talk about it on here?
Not on the air.
Oh
no.
yeah.
Oh,
No, I
okay,
can't.
okay.
I can't do it. Something happened. I'll tell you about it after. Yeah.
It's horrible. It's
Horrible.
horrifying.
I was saying she broke his straight streak.
Oh, okay.
Remind me.
Straight stick.
I will.
Straight stick.
Casual flirting with someone other than me.
No, I don't agree.
I flirt with everybody.
Yeah, I do too. I'm very flirtatious.
I don't know what I am.
You flirt too.
I could say you're
You
flirty because
flirt.
you're talking about mayonnaise.
That's maybe what is it called whenever you're addicted to like sex? What is that called? Mofo?
Nympho.
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 A mofo.
Oh,
Well,
Maybe. I mean, whatever.
You're
I'm
that?
a nympho. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. I mean, I like it. It's nice whenever it's good. Unless you have weird stuff. Anyways,
Weird stuff. Like what stuff?
like angry.
like gross.
No,
No, I
my-
mean like, have you ever had like okay, so tell me, is this gay if a guy asks you to play with their butt?
It makes
No.
me uncomfortable.
It makes me uncomfortable too because I'm like, what if I have nails? Doesn't that hurt?
sounds awesome. I'm just playing.
I mean, I think
I
when
don't think
you
it's-
His own, maybe.
when you ask, I mean, one of my girlfriend's ex-boyfriends asked her to fuck him with it.
With a strap on?
No, that's
yeah.
that's not. That's gay.
Yeah, because nothing. Because
Too
how
hot.
no guy can
got
be
like
turned
an
on
electrical
with
shock.
you in a strap on with a dick coming out of what should be your vagina. There's nothing sexy about that. Like for a guy, like you
Yeah,
can't look
I-
at them and be like, yeah.
I don't know.
Let's-
That's got to be
That-
like a dominance thing. Like
Maybe.
Miss Polly
Maybe.
talked about.
Yeah, where is Miss Polly when you need her?
We need to phone a
She's
friend.
coming.
Is she really?
Miss Polly's coming for the watch party, she said. She's gonna drive here for it. We should do another podcast
For sure.
scheduling when she's here.
And we need to have her on like call in, like
Yes.
ready.
Like, we need to ask her this question. This would be perfect.
Yeah.
Can you write it down?
No.
Mental note.
Mental note that I'll forget.
I wanted to see how you were gonna write that.
Ask Miss Polly about strap-on and dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Are we
else?
straight?
What else is there?
There's got to
weird
be a
stuff?
name for that.
Yeah.
So I had a.
Oh yes, this is gonna be good.
So I was in a relationship like at the end of high school with go figure someone older than me, not that much older, just by like 6 years or so. And then I dated him up until like I met David and stuff, and so he was really into toys. He asked me to do that, and I was like, no, absolutely not. And
He
so
asked you to what?
put a strap on.
Shut up!
I'm not kidding. And I was like 19, and I'm like, you want me to do what? Like, like
You're gay.
yeah, you're totally gay.
Is he gay now?
No, he's married.
Oh.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well,
But,
but have a
um,
strap on in the bedroom. So.
Well, yeah, I think she's got to be open to things. But anyway, so he said I ordered us something, and like, I mean,
Us.
toys are fine. Like, like there's things that couples can use, and I think that like it's always good to keep like the spice up in the bedroom. Not even you get to a certain point, and then
Not
it just
too
becomes
spicy.
weird. Yeah, yeah. And so he said he had ordered us something one time, and I was like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah. And so I came home early, and we just started living together. And
What is that?
so I walk in, okay, so you open the door and there's this box there, and it's, pretty good size, and it has this pole sticking out,
Wait,
and
what?
inside there's a motor, and the pole is going in and out. And he's on his hands and knees.
No.
Yes, he is.
No.
It is a mechanical dick.
I've seen that
Yes.
before.
Yes.
But
and
he
I
wants
mean,
it
you
for
can
him?
only imagine. No, he doesn't want it for him. He was doing himself whenever I got home early.
No!
Yes,
You are lying
I'm not
right
lying.
now.
I'm not lying, and it was so expensive. I was like, why don't you just go like?
What did you say when you walked in?
Well, we broke up after. We had a breakup.
Was he sitting in front of the door?
No, he was just in the living room, like in the living room with the box.
Was he wanting to
With a
surprise
robot?
you to that?
No, I was like,
you caught him.
I caught
I'm
him.
still confused.
I caught him.
I'm still
Okay,
confused. Doing what? What was he
here,
doing?
give me your pen. I'll
He's
draw it for
having,
you.
he's having sex
it's
with a robot.
It's basically, yeah, it's a box. It has a motor in here, and then it has a stick coming out, and you can put.
Hold
It's
on,
like
I'll
a
show
metal.
you.
It's a metal rod, and you can put dildos on there. So you put a penis right here, and you get on your hands and knees,
I want this picture when you're done.
and
with it.
you get on your hands and knees, and this goes in your butt, or well, for a guy, I guess. You've never seen that?
No.
Well, I mean, I had never seen it. I never seen it either until I saw it.
I used to sell sex toys and never.
You
seen
never
this
saw
before.
that?
We
But you've
just
seen
had
it, okay.
Nima on, and
What would I Google?
Sex
Mechanical
machine.
dick
Oh,
box.
mechanical.
I don't know.
Mechanical dick
so he had a
box.
dildo at the end of it.
Yeah,
I'll show
Isn't
you.
that gross? Ooh.
So he's gay too.
Well, he's married. I don't know.
No, this is like a
No, that's
bowl.
the same. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
That's not right.
Oh, that's no, that's
a
not right.
mechanical
No.
bowl. What would you? Dick machine.
It's gotta be.
Dick
Something.
machine.
That's called Nima, guys.
I know.
Let's see.
I want to find it for you.
Fucking machine dick. That's what it says.
Oh, this is great.
Man, what is it called?
Motorized.
Motorized
Penis.
Fucking
Christ.
machine.
dick.
Giant motorized dick machine.
So it was giant.
I mean, I don't know. It was in his butt. I can't tell you.
What did you do?
I had left. I had to
But did
leave.
you, like-
My mom was shocked. I went home and I was like, Mom, oh my gosh, what's happening?
All these people seem
Scarred
to be
for
enjoying
life.
it.
Okay.
So everybody I've ever
This is
dated since then, I'm like,
very aggressive.
yes,
but-
everybody that I've
Look
ever
at Ricky's
dated,
face.
but it's.
I'm like, are you into weird stuff?
I mean, it's like a machine.
I didn't think I was gonna be
Kinda
watching
like-
porn at work today.
What? This is like
It's like
disturbing.
a robot, and it can just do that for you, and it pumps
Mhm.
it.
Yeah. Pump it up.
So it's like a
pump it
giant
up.
version of that self.
The self-thrusting?
Yes,
self-thrusting
but it's a more very
vibrator.
giant version.
Yeah.
So
It's
it
got a
looks
damn
like it's a machine.
car engine in there.
That's like
Yeah, like
Emily
a car
uses stuff
engine.
like that.
A car engine
Who?
is a good
Emily.
example.
Oh.
Austin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
a machine.
Yeah. She did, didn't she?
I think so.
Oh my.
Oh my.
For like what is it? Something
Whoa.
playground.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I don't remember it looking like that, but
All right, next question.
okay.
Vibrators.
How much did that cost?
I don't know.
$1,000.
I
I'm
wasn't around. I
curious
didn't
now.
stick around to find out.
What did he say?
Like,
Like,
dick around.
was his
Well, how was his reaction?
was his
He was
face
on his hands
shocked?
and so picture yourself on your hands and knees and someone walks in and scares you, mouth open, like while you're getting a fake motorized dick in your butt and you're a dude.
I don't think I can imagine that.
That is
Tell me about it.
amazing that
It
you
was not
experienced
good.
that.
So every time I
did you
date
leave
somebody,
that story out.
well,
Why
every
have you
time I
never
date
told me
somebody,
that?
I'm like, "Are you into weird stuff?"
You
Like-
got a motorized dick at your house.
Yeah.
You know what? A friend of mine, like this is all the way back to Austria.
Nervous.
No, okay. Hers was not that, but also extreme because she came home early from work one day and found her husband in her clothes,
Oh.
walking
that's
around.
weird.
Do you imagine how weird that is?
No, and I'm weird about straight men dressing as females, like especially a guy I date.
Oh my God,
like
yeah.
you know,
That's
even
a
for
thing? You
well,
did that?
yes.
I mean,
no, I just
uh-oh.
mean
I
like
did it for Halloween when I was young.
But
Oh.
like I personally, like if I'm dating you, like and you want to dress as like a Hooters girl, I can't handle
What?
it. Like, and I don't like guys pretending to put on makeup. Like straight men. I mean, if you're a drag queen, if you do that, whatever, that's fine with me. But I mean, like my boyfriend,
Yeah.
I can't. I'm not into it.
I
It
want to hear a
bothers me.
story.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I was in Uvalde, and where I'm from, and it is, like
Whitley is
country-ish.
all shaken up with all the
You really
conversation
are.
before.
No, this reminded me of that. And we're just driving around town, or my cousin was driving around with my grandma, my dad's mom, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, that guy is dressed as a woman
yeah.
walking on the street." And then our grandma's like, "Don't make fun of him. That is your cousin Larry." No, really,
What'd you say?
nothing. No, it was my older cousin, and he was just like, okay. So when we see him, his cousin Larry, he does that.
He
So I
does it
don't know.
normal. That's like
It's normal, yeah. Takes
Dresses
his
as a
mom's
woman?
clothes. Yeah.
I have seen people in the
But it's
mall
straight,
before. You can
I don't
tell it's a
know.
man
I'm-
dressing as a woman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, my husband, I wouldn't.
No, I'm
Well,
just
I
telling
think
you.
because especially if you're a straight girl, straight guy, like I think the masculine part of things is really sexy. Like for me
Yes,
personally, like
same.
I like the masculine. Like I like to feel like if I walk in a room and something's gonna happen, I'm with somebody masculine, not in a Hooters outfit, that will save my life. Like, like because then you can't really get that. Like, oh well, you're kind
security,
of feminine.
I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm
yeah.
not even into like a guy who wants to be like dominate. Like that is weird. Like
Weird.
no. Stay being a man.
You don't like
for
50
me.
Shades of Grey
Yeah.
then?
Well, he's dominant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
know.
the
I thought
dominant.
you said you didn't like the
No,
guy.
I
being
don't like
dominant.
the guy. Like I would not be able to date a guy who is like
Oh,
wanting.
submissive.
Ew, yeah.
Oh,
weird.
okay.
No, sir. No, thank you.
no.
Anyways,
Ashley-
back to cheating.
I was just gonna ask Ashley if she has more weird.
yeah.
I don't know.
I went down this rabbit hole.
Literally.
Gross.
That's traumatizing.
Yeah.
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 That
It
wow.
is. Yeah, it's very traumatizing to see because he was a big dude. He was a big bodybuilder,
What?
big muscular guy. Yeah, big. I mean, huge dude. And I walk in and I'm like, what? And walked right back out. And I was like,
Moved
sent him
out.
a text and I was like, hey, when are you not going to be home?
We're
Put,
done.
put your dick machine away.
Yeah. I got people helping me move today.
Did he say anything to you? ever?
No, he just kind of acted like it never happened. Yeah, we actually got in touch a couple years ago. Like we still stay in touch now.
Oh my God.
Just because he was a family friend beforehand.
Oh my
like he would
God.
come to Thanksgivings and stuff like that. Then we started dating,
Oh
and then
my.
yeah. So you know,
my
I'm sure my mom just looks at him and she's just like,
That's all she
yeah,
sees.
yeah.
Yeah.
What I
There's
mean,
dick machine guy again.
That dick machine. But yeah, it was.
That's interesting.
I
Wow.
didn't even know that they make stuff like that. So I thought he built it
Oh,
because it
wow.
was in a box. It was.
Then
It was
I'd at least be halfway impressed. then.
yeah, well, it was in a box.
Halfway
so,
masculine.
Yeah, because
Wow.
yeah,
That's
Ugh.
unbelievable. All right, more cheating.
More cheating.
Let's talk about that.
Thinking about someone other than me when having sex with me.
Oh, give me a break.
How could you ever know unless you
Yeah,
admit
I
it?
mean,
Yeah, how do you know that?
you don't. That's
don't.
why that's
Yeah.
stupid. That's like women being mad if their boyfriend or husband watches porn. Like, that's not cheating.
No, but there can be porn addiction, which you don't
I
want.
didn't say porn addiction.
but that's what I'm saying. That can be, and that's a problem too.
But we're not talking about porn addiction.
Well, I'm
I'm
just
saying
saying.
that there are women who get pit. Like, how dare you do that without me? Like, what? Give me a break. Live
Well, I
your
mean, who
life.
wants to sit there and watch? I mean, well, I guess people do. Like, so I've been asked, do you want to watch porn? Why? Just get
Yeah,
naked.
like you're
Yeah,
get
I don't-
naked
you're
and
doing
swing
the
it
porn
around.
yourself.
Just take off your clothes.
Yeah.
I think that's dumb. Nobody knows what the other person's thinking.
Yeah.
Fantasizing with someone else. So they're all the same kind of thing.
Mentality.
Yeah, it's all the same. So
And then actually cheating.
And then
and
actually,
then
yeah.
actually cheating. So I have something else I thought
boy.
would be fun. 40 reasons why I'm not crazy. You're just an asshole.
Oh, that's fun.
40 reasons. Say that again.
Why I'm not crazy, but you're just an asshole.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Do you need more vodka?
Yes.
Right there. That's by your feet.
Oh,
I thought it
perfect.
was mine.
I'm gonna get in on that too.
Come on.
oh. Here you go. Here's this empty cup.
He has that. He just needs that.
Oh, do you need more, like, whatever?
Mm-mm.
Whatever that's called?
I don't know.
Refresher.
Refresher.
Do you need That's refreshing. Do you need more refresher?
Mm-mm.
No.
She's like, I'm good.
I'm good.
I have
Shots.
more.
I'm
I'm
just kidding.
still kind of
I
like
have
shaken
Fireball.
up
You
about
want-
what she saw.
The machine.
I can't get it out of my head. I can't even imagine.
You can't
I had a
unsee.
visual.
Mhm.
I feel so sorry that you saw
you.
that.
Are you okay?
Really?
Did
I'm
you
not. That's a
I'm
life
fine now.
experience.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm fine.
That's a story to tell.
Ever since then, I've been an alcoholic. No, I was just
But-
trying to make sure that I didn't make that too crazy.
That's crazy. No,
So
that-
this first sentence reminds me of Marcella for some reason.
What?
I don't know. This is really
Right.
funny.
Uh-oh.
Girls don't wake up randomly one morning thinking, you know what would be super fun for my health? If I just acted super crazy until it completely drained me and ruined my day.
Well, that's telling me.
Does that
Yeah.
like completely sound like you?
And all my relationships.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, that's not something that happens. What does happen is that a boy who's been making a girl feel special and loved 1 minute will suddenly flip a switch and change his entire attitude without warning.
Like getting married.
What?
Wait, what?
It's exactly what you were talking about earlier.
I
right?
like when you get married.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's tough. Because then you're stuck.
So not what I signed up
It's
for.
not.
Naturally, this inexplicable behavior causes the girl to morph into a lost little puppy. Given the way she's treated, the girl
demon bitch.
reacts in a reasonable manner, but her actions are dismissed as crazy. When I think crazy, I think of a girl who castrates her boyfriend in his sleep.
Oh.
Only in our dreams.
Wow, that's real crazy.
Well, that is crazy though.
Or keys his car. Well, we talked about
Oh,
in
that's-
another show
That's
before.
so different though. That's
Yeah, keying a
whole other
car and cutting your
spectrum.
dick off is completely different.
I mean, I
Just a
remember
little.
at one point walking through the living room at one time with a shovel after my ex-husband pissed me off. And he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just going in the backyard to dig a 6-foot hole because I'm going to put your ass in it." Like I
With a
was
shovel.
So I went in the backyard and I started digging a hole because I was that pissed for whatever reason. And it's just like sometimes you just have to be like,
Crazy.
yeah. Sometimes because I think that maybe
They
they
drive
they
you to
forget.
do that. Yeah.
They forget.
That's kind of like funny though.
Yeah.
Like you didn't
She
cut
didn't
his
really
dick
put him in.
off.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And you didn't beat him over the head with it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Guys love to use this C
Like,
word,
oh, I
but
hope
for
Whitley never digs the hole for Gino. She thinks it's funny.
Trying to find her
please
spot.
That's a lot of work.
1 foot in, I'm like, fucking
You
done.
know what? It's fine.
Guys love to call the girl the crazy word because it's the perfect answer for people who don't want to take any responsibility for their actions. It's much easier to call a girl crazy than to admit that you did something wrong. Or, oh my God, here's a crazy idea. Talk about the truth. After a while, we women start to accept this poor treatment from guys and internalize their bad behavior. We think it's our fault that we're humans who experience justifiable feelings. I must be crazy. I'm so lucky that my boyfriend puts up with me. I'm so difficult. No, Felicia, raise your hand and slap yourself in the face because you are being an idiot.
Oh my gosh.
So here are 40 snippets from moments that girls are called crazy by a guy for expressing a very real emotion. I have a
gosh, we
feeling
did.
lots of you can relate.
Probably.
I'm not being unreasonable. We've been dating for 6 months and I want to know where this is going. I'm not a slut. You said you didn't want to be exclusive, so I'm keeping my options open. I'm not jealous. You're making out with another girl right in front of me and we had sex last night.
Are these different points?
Yeah.
These are all points that make a girl, that a
Oh,
guy then
oh.
calls a girl crazy.
Because they don't want to deal with
But
it.
they don't want to deal with it, so they call you crazy, even though they do all these things. I'm not being needy. We had plans and you never showed up.
That's my favorite.
I'm not being aggressive. I called you once after we had sex and I haven't heard from you in days.
Well, you should have called.
Yeah, that's a huge mistake.
Don't call.
I'm not a prude. Threesomes are just not my thing. I'm not a tease, but a family member died and I need some emotional support right now. I'm not being frigid. I just had a really bad day and you don't even care. I'm not being difficult. I just don't want to go clubbing for the 3rd time this week because I just got my period. The cramps are killing me and I feel like Shamu.
Shamu. That was like, it's so close, but there's something very odd about the way you say that.
Oh my gosh. Shamu. Oh.
That's what I named my dick machine.
And now. The 1000 Z Shamu.
Oh my god. I like Shamu. Who's that?
What?
I said, who's that?
Who is who?
Shamu. It's the bad guy in Mulan. I'm just kidding. It's Shan Yu. I'm just kidding.
That's messed up that you knew that.
Shan Yu. Oh my gosh. My dad was him for Halloween and I was Mulan.
Oh my god.
That is some funny things.
Oh, he's so funny.
We have established that.
He was Mr. Free. He like goes all out. Like Arnold, Mr. Freeze,
O.J.
with
Simpson.
foil and everything. OJ.
Her dad dressed as OJ once.
Yeah, he would dress up with like
that's pretty
alternate
funny.
with my older brother and I every
That's
year. It
great.
was super fun. He'd go all out. I don't know why I stopped.
Continue.
You stopped it.
I'm not a bitch. I
Shamu.
just won't apologize for something that wasn't my fault.
I'm Shamu.
Can't help being Shamu.
I'm not insecure. It just makes me uncomfortable that you keep talking about how hot my friends are.
What? That would be so weird.
Yeah.
Right.
Better than your mom.
Asshole guy.
Well, they always talk about my mom.
Wait, did Gino tell you about Tyler? I don't know. Okay.
Yes. That
I
was
loved
really
it. I thought that
funny.
was so cool. Okay, so Gino had to like go pick up a rental car, so she took him to go pick it up, and one of the guys who works with Patrick and Mike and I don't know if we need to edit these
it's
out,
fine.
whatever.
No.
It's funny. And then she dropped him off, and Tyler was like, "Oh my gosh, who was that? She's so hot." and he's like, "My mom." He's like, "That was your mom."
Oh my gosh.
It was so awesome. I was like, "Oh my gosh."
Sweet.
I love that.
I am not possessive. I just don't think you should be adding random girls on Instagram and hitting them up behind my back and flirting with them while lying to me about it when we're supposed to be exclusive.
Just be honest. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I don't want to be exclusive. Hey, I still want to keep my options open. Like honestly, the person that I'm dating, if he and I gave him multiple times, I was like, hey, like I had the what are we, I guess, conversation. I'm like, what are we? I just want to make sure that we're on the same page because I'm going to keep dating if you're, whatever. Like, I don't want to, whatever. And so I just, like, why can't we just be brutally honest and just be like, I'm exploring my options? Like,
And people
Yeah, I don't get
people
that.
don't
Weird.
communicate at all.
no.
It's all of this stuff that you're talking about. It takes a little bit of communication.
Also, when someone does communicate something like that to you, you should believe them.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
Right.
Well, that's what I did. And I mean, I met a girl named Ashley.
Well, you were on it.
Yeah. That's why you got the guy.
My name's Lynn.
Yeah. And Ashley in the picture. It's not that I don't trust you. It's that you lied to me and it's not the first time. I'm not trying to be naggy. You just hurt my feelings and I want to talk about it so we can move forward. No, I'm not on my period, but asking me if I am and telling me to chill out when I have every right to be upset will make me even angrier. That is the
Gigantic no.
worst.
I
Oh
got
my God.
this last time. I got I noticed that I snapped and I called him and I was like, hey, so sorry. He was like, yeah, you're kind of bitchy whenever you're on your period. I was like, what the fuck did you say to me? I was like ready. I was like, where are you? Let me come
demon
kill
came
you.
out.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, you're lucky you got a I'm sorry. Like, don't test me. Don't make it worse.
Were you on your period?
Yeah. I was, but I was like, hey, I'm so sorry. Like, I know I'm a little stressed right now.
But-
yeah, you are kind of bitchy whenever you're on your period. I was like,
Yeah,
This
Don't-
is even
don't
worse.
say that
They're
shit.
saying it and you're not even on it.
Yeah.
So they're
Yeah.
using that shit.
well, and it's like,
Yeah.
you would know
Not
if I
always.
was.
Right? You don't
That's just
even get me
an
started.
excuse.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she's being mean. She's on a period.
But also, every guy, if you're like a good boyfriend, you should have the same calendar as your girlfriend. And when
Get
she
an app.
yes, be
PMS though, before.
yeah, well, yes, they should know this. And when she is getting closer to that, you already know that it's going to be a nightmare. So, especially for me, I'm a disaster.
So up your game.
Yeah, and so like maybe be a little more gentle, a little sweeter, a little bit nicer, understanding when she's crying for no reason.
Yep.
Don't be a dick, or maybe buy her some flowers, or maybe tell her
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yeah,
Chocolate.
buy her some ice cream. Like, I don't know why this is hard. This is not that difficult.
It's not.
Anyway,
maybe you should get in a bath so that all your bloating will go away. Get in a bath, bitch. You're going to run my bath? Like, I mean, like,
Another good idea.
Don't tell me what to do. Like, it's like, okay, well, yeah, thank you for solving my problem. I don't need you to solve my problems.
Thank you for being so supportive.
But
How would you feel if this happened to you every month?
Yeah, exactly. My dad used to say, don't trust anything that bleeds for 5 days and doesn't die.
I know, it's crazy. I've seen that meme.
Yeah. And so whenever I started, I was visiting my dad in New York, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I went to a payphone and I called my mom. I was so stressed. Payphone, that's funny because cell phones weren't really a thing. And my dad, and I was like, hey, I need to go to the store. Like, started my period, and he was like, well, you know what I always say, you can't trust anything that bleeds for 5 days and doesn't die. And I was like, I'm like, what? Yeah. And so, you know,
traumatizing.
Yeah, because at the beginning, like, I'm super emotional. I can see like an old man, perfectly healthy and happy, pushing a cart by himself, and I'm just like,
same.
Oh, that happened this last time. I'm like, oh my gosh, that poor man.
And it's different. Sometimes I'm a crier.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm a big bitch. Sometimes it's on my period. Sometimes it's after my. You just gotta know, like, the 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
The 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Just half the month. Half the year. That's all we need. That's all we're asking for.
Be extra nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have that. No, it was really funny though. A couple days ago, Gino, because like I think I had it. Mine is super irregular. I don't know it,
That's
and
hard.
it like he keeps calendar, and I'm like, I don't care. It'll happen, and I'll know. And he keeps it, but he's like, why are you so calm? And I'm like, I don't know. He's like, I mean, I like it, especially from what I came from. And I was like, I was like, what? He's like,
just about to
yeah.
say.
He's like, yeah. I mean, this is like a breath of fresh air. I don't know. And I'm just like, okay. But it was so funny.
You knew.
The only
you
thing
especially
is though that we at least warn people. There's people like my mother never warned anyone, so then you're just like, whoa, what the heck's going on?
mine's bad. Mine can be terrible.
I feel like we're all syncing up right now. Like, what?
I'm in trouble.
Hey, between all these dancers and stuff, my shit is all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I stay bloated like 80% of the year because it's like I'm syncing up with everybody. My body can't figure out what it's supposed to do.
The worst for the kids of the studio, though, I think, is when you have female teachers who are on it together at the same time, and it's like a rehearsal, and they're like, oh my God.
Or whenever you have like seniors on it together, you're like, just get the hell out.
Yeah.
Just get the hell out. None of you guys are even focused. Just go.
Yeah.
Back to.
All right. I'm
Whatever.
not stupid, so why do you keep talking down to me like I am? I am not delusional. She's calling you as we speak.
Oh.
I'm not overreacting. You cheated on me and gave me an HPV.
Ouch. Well, she's delusional. She's still with him.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
well, most of these.
yeah.
I'm not being overly sensitive. You dumped me on my birthday.
Oh, that's mean.
Wait a day.
I know.
It'll break up after the birthday and before.
Well,
Wait, no.
stay broken up.
Before the
Yeah.
birthday,
That's insinuating
after
they're
Valentine's Day.
still together.
That's true.
Weird.
I'm not seeking attention by deleting you off social media. We just broke up and you're already posting pictures with another girl and it's hurting me to see it. I'm not closed off. I actually really like you, but I have been hurt before, so I'm being careful with my heart. So this is all guys being like crazy, I guess. I'm not asking you to be my boyfriend, but it confuses me when you call me all day, want to see me all the time and spend the night, ask me about my past relationships, hold me at night, kiss me on my forehead, hold my hand, take me out, get jealous if any boys text me, and want to know everything I'm up to.
She's
That's
crazy.
a lot of
No,
words.
I'm just kidding.
I'm
Bitches
like,
be
what?
crazy.
Yeah.
Wait,
That bitch is certified.
Like, actually,
That
you
was
are
really
crazy.
weird. I'm not overbearing. You're the one who asked me to sleep over all week. I'm not possessive, but we're in the middle of dinner and you're texting your old booty call saying we have to end the night short because she's going through some stuff and needs you.
That's just weird.
Yeah, I don't think
That's
so.
a lie.
Who would put up with this stuff?
I'd order a lobster, leave him the check,
Yeah.
and then go.
Yeah, right?
I'm not being clingy. I just haven't seen you in weeks and I miss you. Oh, God.
No, don't ever say that. Don't ever send that text.
Oh, my God.
Like,
Don't say
No.
the C word. Don't say clingy.
Don't even, if they are not texting you, don't send that.
Yeah.
Well, and
Oh
how
my
can you
God.
miss somebody that you don't see for weeks?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
obviously, how can you, like, people cling so quickly. Like,
Mhm.
just give it a minute.
Yeah. I'm not overthinking. It's just that you FaceTimed me for hours every night before bed when you were away, and when you were back in town for your birthday, you invited me to some couples dinner that you brought another girl to.
The hell?
That's just weird.
These are strange.
Who wrote
Yeah,
this
these are
thing?
Yeah,
strange.
these
I
are
don't
like,
know.
are these from like a,
They must not live in
Hospital?
Dallas.
These girls need a lesson because
They're-
somebody did not help them.
this is like a nut house.
Yeah. These
I
girls
think
are
it's all-
crazy.
I think it's all the
Nobody
same
should
girl.
still be
Yeah.
engaging.
Flew
I'm
over the
not
cuckoo's
cuckoo's
as
nest.
I'm not a stalker. We're in the same industry and hang in the same circle of friends. You're at my friend's party with our mutual friend who happens to be my best friend. What the heck? This is getting crazy.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, this is like reaching right now.
I feel like
Someone
you've
had
been
to
in that
fill
situation.
some paper.
Yeah. I'm not too much. Maybe you're just not enough.
Oh, that's a good
Ooh,
one.
That's a
good
really
one.
good
I like
one.
that.
I like that one
I like
too.
those words.
I need to use that.
Yeah. I'm not an emotional wreck. I'm just a human with feelings who expresses herself. Not being dramatic. You're just treating me like shit and I need to move on. And I'm not crazy. You're just an asshole.
I like the
Half of
ones
those are
before
things
that.
that you don't ever need to say. You just need
Yeah, you
Get
You
just
the
need to
fuck
stop.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
stop
Exactly.
communication.
I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree with all that. So,
I like that one though.
I like
The-
that next one that you had.
oh,
Which one is that?
next one?
This.
What is it?
I was looking at that and I was like, oh, that's a good
Well,
one.
you posted that one.
Oh, did I? Oh.
That's why you.
That's funny.
To the sperm donor who thinks he's a father.
Oh, snap. I like the sound of this.
There it is.
Okay, to the guy out there who thinks he's a dad because he helped create a beautiful life and that's about it, get a clue. Just because I put on a nice face and talk to you respectfully doesn't mean I'm not hating you inside for the worthless man and father that you are.
Yikes.
Wait,
Wait,
I thought they weren't fathers.
I-
Now they're worthless fathers. I'm so
No, I thought
confused
they're
right
two-
now.
So
No,
whenever
this
you
is a
have a
sperm
baby
donor?
daddy who is not engaged, we call him a sperm donor because that's
oh,
really
so
all
it's
they
not
are.
like
Gotcha.
an actual sperm.
That
I was
was-
thinking
I
of
was
an
thinking-
actual.
yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
sperm
I mean, I
donor.
call him
no.
a worthless
Okay,
fetus. but-
okay.
This makes sense.
I
Whatever
get
you
it.
want.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like dads that
I
are
was
not
like,
dads.
wait,
yeah.
they signed up for that. How was that?
Yeah.
Right?
I was just confused. I get it.
They
now.
got their check.
I get it. Yeah.
That's
So-
good money too.
Yeah. They filled their cup. They're good.
The call you make every couple of months to ask how is he doing or the occasional excuse of why you don't help financially support your child doesn't really make the cut on the parent definition. My favorite is when you get some itch to try and be father of the year and call every other day for a couple of weeks, tops, before you vanish completely down your hole for another few months.
God.
Don't think the toy you sent on Christmas makes up for the one you didn't send on his birthday. Or the fact that you haven't seen him in 3 years, more than half his life, will ever be
God.
acceptable. My eyes, there's a lot of these out there, guys.
Yeah.
Well,
Sadly.
this makes more sense than now that I
Yeah,
know.
that it's not a real
Yeah.
sperm
Yeah.
bank.
So,
No, these do.
so I'll tell you just really quick. So for Father's Day this year, I'm really big. So like whenever I was married, I would always make sure that the kids for Christmas, I would always make sure that that's taken care of. Like he would never take care of that. So for Father's Day this year, I feel like it's always important to like try to re-engage. So Father's Day, he was home, didn't have a job or whatever. We made this big giant poster and it was a poem with candy bars. Like I'm sure a lot of people have seen that on like Pinterest and stuff. Yeah. And then I made it was like a piece of wood with each kid, their handprint, and a picture of them. And so Stormy and I worked really hard on it. And I was like, hey, thinking that, see, in his mind, Mother's Day and Father's Day is your day off. So he would always like on Mother's Day, he was like, hey, do you want me to come get the kids? So I'm sure you need a day off. No, it's Mother's Day.
You wanna
Idiot.
celebrate it with
Why
them,
would I want
the kids
day
that I'm
off?
a mother
Exactly.
to?
Well, exactly. And I had just came off of multiple weekends of traveling for work. And anyway, so Father's Day, I'm like, hey, we're hoping that you want to see the kids today. They made you something. They're super excited about it. Not today. I'm just not really feeling good. Well, you don't have a job. So I'm not really sure why you're not feeling good. Like you can't take a minute. So we had to go It was the saddest thing. So we went and we dropped it off on the porch. Come to find out, he was actually home. Sent him a text, and I was like, Sent him a text, and I was like, hey, we left it on the porch. And then he sent me a text back. He goes, yeah, just walked out and grabbed it. And I was like, you're home? I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, your kids just worked super hard on this. They're super excited. It's Father's Day, and we're going over to my mom's house, going over to their grandmother's house. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Aww. And so, you know, like, those are the things that and maybe that I maybe shouldn't do to make him feel, but I think as a mom, I'm trying to like pull him in and make him feel like
your kids.
Hello, you're a dad. Like, and they know that Stormy's old enough to know Father's Day's coming or whatever. And so it's Christmas last year. I mean, we got him pajama pants, which I did all throughout my marriage. So we got him his pajama pants, got him stuff for Christmas. Nothing for me, nothing for Mother's Day. But he hasn't gotten me anything for, you know, since we got married. So gift stock, Christmas, Valentine's Day, all of that stuff is just non-existent. And so my 29 years old, and I've never been out for New Year's Eve. Never. I have never been taken out for Valentine's Day. Never. Oh, wow. My birthday.
Like, is this a real thing?
This is real. Yeah. My birthday has never been celebrated. There's never been a celebration except for whenever me and my mom went to Vegas for my birthday. But it was my mom, and I was on the bar at Coyote Ugly on my knees, and I'm like, yeah! And they're like, and I'm like, and then I look over and it's like my mom, and I'm like, okay, gotta tone it down. But yeah, so birthday's never been celebrated. Valentine's Day, there was one year I ordered this dress, and it was like cut, like I felt like I was in good shape, and I ordered this thing, and I walked downstairs, and I'm like, okay, where are we going? And he was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, where are we going? And I was like, it's Valentine's Day. He's like, we're not going anywhere. And so I'm like, and I go upstairs, and I'm just like hysterical, you know. I'm just thinking that there's something.
Horrible.
Christmas never
so
gets me anything. Never would get me anything for Christmas. Anniversaries, just another day. So the day everything was really special, and then the day we got married, it was like whoosh, just took it all away.
It was all about the conquest.
Absolutely, it was so weird.
A piece of shit after
that. So that's how. So So even to this day, I've never gone out for New Year's Eve. Never.
Why didn't you leave sooner? Kids.
Yeah. And because I was young, and I invested a lot because our family did own the tanning salon, and I felt like that was my responsibility instead of going to school and taking care of what I needed to take care of myself.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I couldn't take care of myself. At that time, I had to take care of the business because my mom was taking care of my stepdad. And so, so I'm like, okay, well, if I leave, then what? Like, how am I going to survive? Like, how does this happen? And so that's why I was like,
we talked about it back then, and it's a lot harder
whenever you actually do it. It's
right, because you are, trying to studio this, that. What happens with your daughter? Like,
right.
Where is she going to be at, and where you live? It is difficult.
Well, and even so, last year, right before, 2 months before or 3 months before Christmas, I was like, okay, Christmas is coming. I don't want to be strapped. I don't want to do anything. So I went and I started working at Coyote Ugly. And I was a coyote for 3 months. And I drove all the way to Fort Worth, an hour and 15 minutes. And I went and I bartended, and I busted my ass, and I would do fish rolls on the bar. And everybody was like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, really? And that's it? That's just, just rolling around. And I was uncomfortable. I hated seeing men with wedding rings on their hand, and they would sit and hit on me. And I'm like, you're like, and because of my job, I could say, you're just a piece of shit with a smile on my face, because that's what they were. And so, it was, but that's what I did in order to make sure that Christmas was special for my kids. Like, that's what you have to do. So that was my life. September, October, November, and then right before Christmas, December, I was a coyote. Last year.
Good for you, though.
Yeah.
Do whatever
gotta
you
just
have
do
to
what
do.
you gotta do. And
it's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
On that note, we're gonna end the show. Ashley, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
You're great. Yes, and give us your social media handles if people want to get in touch with you and take you out on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Birthday.
New Year's Eve.
No.
New Year's Eve is closer. Instagram is Ashley _S28.
Perfect. Thank you, everyone.
Thank